Welcome to the studio, it's Stormy here and I'm so glad you've joined me. Today we're going to be creating in an absolute jelly printing frenzy. I'm going to show you the benefits of using a limited amount of paint colors to create maximum amount of jelly prints. It's going to be fun and it's going to help to develop your creativity. Using less colors when you're jelly printing helps you to then focus on the textures that you're using on the gel plate. And it's a great way to really enjoy the process without worrying about messing up your colors. I know you're going to enjoy this. It's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Okay, so what are my colors and what's the benefit of limiting your color palette? Well, for me, it's about expanding your creativity when it comes to texture and design. Because if you've got a limited color palette, then you're not going to stress out about what color you should use, or if it doesn't mix, or if it doesn't go well, and you'll focus more on the actual print and the design and the texture. So I'm using brown black, which is this color here. It looks like black, but it's not, and you'll see how much it's not black once it mixes with these other colors. So that's brown black or sepia. This is also known as sepia. Unbleached titanium, which is this color here. This is the Liquitex bronze. It's quite a brownie bronze. It's beautiful. I love it. And then, of course, we have the golden iridescent bronze fine. That is one of my favorite colors. That one here. And I'm adding in black and white, because then we can deepen the colors or lighten the colors with black and white. So out of these 6 colors, we are going to make huge amounts of jelly prints and you're going to be amazed. Now, you don't have to use this particular color palette, but it's a really good exercise if you want to broaden and expand your creativity by setting yourself a limited range. I know it sounds like you're being restricted, but you're not. It will definitely develop and expand your creativity by trying this exercise.
Now, before we get in too deep, I want to tell you about Skillshare. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes and members in hundreds of countries. Whatever you need to upscale your skills, maybe business, maybe marketing, maybe amazing artworks, you can find it on Skillshare. I'm both a student and a teacher on Skillshare. I absolutely love this platform because it's simple, it's easy to use, and for the one membership price, hello, you get to watch all of my classes. I now have 10 classes on Skillshare. I know, I'm a little bit excited, but what I love about this platform is with your annual membership, you can watch all of my classes for no extra amount. I love that. With Skillshare, you can watch all of them, stop them, rewind them. What did she say? Watch it again. I know, it's absolutely fabulous. I love it because it's value for money for you. That's what I love about it. There is just so much to explore on the platform. Now, the first 1,000 people to click on the link in the description will receive their first month free. Baby, you can't get more affordable than free. So click on the link and have a look at Skillshare and sign up for the free first month trial, because I know you're going to love it. Did I mention I've got 10 classes on Skillshare for you to enjoy? So come and join me in the studio on Skillshare, because let me tell you, we have a whole lot of fun.
So I have my Gelli Arts gel plate. It's a 10 by 8 plate. I love it. I use it so much. And a brayer to roll off. I also have a pile of Japanese calligraphy paper, which is from this pack that I bought on Amazon. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now I'm going to start by just making some solid prints so that I can do some second layers of some different colors. And it's a really good way to warm up your gel plate and just get yourself moving. Now this is the sepia or brown black color. It looks like Vegemite. If you've ever been to Australia, it does look like Vegemite. I don't actually like Vegemite, but this is the color of it. So I'm just going to do a couple of solid colored prints just so I can put some backgrounds down, and then we can have a whole lot of fun. Yay! See how beautiful that brown black color is? It's not as dark as the carbon black, and I absolutely love it. Now there's some paint left still on the plate. I'm not going to clean that. I'm not going to wipe it. I'm just going to add one of my other colors to it, which will make my unbleached titanium a little dirty, and that's okay. Now I personally like to leave these abstract shapes on my plate. I love that so much. I love the prints that they make. I love the abstract quality of them. And I just think they make really interesting backgrounds. So that's just straight away the unbleached titanium on the plate, with the roll-off still having the sepia colors. See how those two colors work really well together? I know, this is going to be so much fun. We're going to work really fast. We're going to bounce around with some creative ideas, and this is going to make you a whole lot of jelly prints. We could add some white to this and make a little bit lighter print. We can then add some black, which would make it more grayed out. You don't have to clean your plate in between, and all of these colors are going to work well together. I absolutely love the color and texture of these prints. I love the way the black's not solid. It has multiple patterns because of the continual printing. This time we're adding bronze to the black, and that's going to be just beautiful. Look at that glorious pattern. All of these colors will mix well together, so it doesn't matter where you want to head, it's all going to work. Right, now we have all of these fabulous prints. It's just so exciting. I love it. So this is our 4 base colors with black and white. And look, the possibilities are endless, from very lightly textured to a dark solid print, and the variations in between are absolutely endless. I love the texture and the mark making of the abstract, of not mixing the paint entirely on the plate, but if you like it more blended, you can do that too. This one's got the Liquitex bronze. It's more of a coppery kind of bronze, and this one has the golden bronze with a little bit of the black. You can tell because it's more grayed out. This one has the brown black or the sepia because it's a warmer tone. I know, right? Isn't it just fantastic? They just go on and on and on, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I love all of them. Right, so what we're going to do now is create a second layer on these beautiful background prints. We're going to do some, let's get out some texture plates. Right, so I have these texture plates or impression plates. Depending on where you get them, they're called different things. I bought these like years ago, years ago. I don't even remember where I got them from. I think it was a craft store, but I know you can get them from Amazon. So I'll put some links under the video if you want to find something like this. They have patterns and textures and impressions stamped into the plastic, so that it creates 2 different effects either side. You put them on your gel plate, it takes a print, it's magnificent. It's such a simple idea, and they're so effective. So I'm going to use a couple of these to start with to get the ball rolling with our second layer on these gorgeous prints. We're using the same colors, of course. I'm going to put my beautiful and favorite golden bronze fine onto the plate. And we're going to use the texture plate to put some fabulous marks onto the plate. But what we're going to do, because the texture plate gets absolutely covered in the glorious paint, we're going to do a 2-for-1 deal. I'm going to put the texture plate on like that. Now don't get too fussy or stressed out. See the fabulous mark? Oh my gosh, love it. Put that on like that, but then what I'm going to do, because that's got all that lovely paint on it, is put it on this piece of paper here like a stamp. And while that's sitting there, I'll take this print off the plate. I know, right? 2-for-1 deal. It's absolutely fabulous. Because we don't want to be wasting paint. This stuff's expensive. Now, you can see that it's only a slight impression because it wasn't a huge amount of paint and it was on a very similar background. But I'm liking that. I like the subtlety of the texture because a lot of my prints seem to be very boomy like me and bombastic. So every now and then when I create something a little more subtle, it's like, yay. Now, how did this print go? Let's have a look at what texture mark that made on that print. So that's also a lovely subtle mark with the dark tones coming through with the golden. That's looking pretty nice, and both these prints will look fabulous in collage. Now this time I'm going to put on some white, and I'm just putting it straight onto the plate. I haven't cleaned it or done anything else to it. It's going to have a little tinge of bronze, which we love anyway. And let's get a little bit more dramatic with our prints. You knew it was gonna happen. Right, I'm gonna try this texture plate. That's a pretty cool mark. I'm liking that. Might just repeat it down the bottom here, and then we'll see how it prints onto this dark background, if it has enough paint on it. And we're going to take the print off with this one. The thing about using a very limited palette is that you don't have to stress about the colors clashing. Yes, look at that. Love me a bit of drama. I just do. I know the subtle prints were nice and I will use them, but yes, I do love me a bit of drama. That looks pretty cool too. So you don't have to stress about will the colors clash or what's it going to look like, because you know your color schemes are going to work. You can just create in an absolute frenzy and see how it comes out. Look at that. That looks fabulous. I'm loving those textures coming through. Now, if you don't want to buy texture plates, they're really easy to make. I absolutely love it, and you get to use your favorite stencil. So this is how I made this one. Now, to make your own texture plate, it is a very simple process. I like to use whatever favorite stencil I have at the time. And you know, I have a few. And you need a piece of stiff card. This is actually an off-cut piece of mat board from the framing shop. They will give them to you free sometimes or very cheap. You get little bundles of them because they're the inserts of where the framing of the mat goes, and there's usually plenty at a framing shop. That's where I got this one from, and a whole heap of others. So then you just need your favorite stencil and something to make the texture plate with. This one is a Liquitex modeling paste, but you can use any brand of modeling or molding paste or anything that's going to be nice and stiff for you to put a fabulous texture on your card. You can use like the back of your artist diaries, that cardboard. I've used that before. You know, I'll try anything at least once. So you just need to put a thick texture paste onto your stencil, leave it on your board to dry, and then you'll have a homemade texture plate. Yay! And it's so much fun printing with it, especially when you've used your favorite stencil. Now my molding paste is a little dry, but that's all right. It'll still work out. Ta-da, ta-da! That looks beautiful. I'm going to put another one on this side, and then it'll just be bigger for when I want to print with it. So that's going to work really well to create this fabulous texture on my newly created background pages. Yay! Look at that! Flippin' beautiful. Now we're going to give it a try, and let's use, what color shall we use this time? Yay! God bless America. Golden paints. I just love this bronze. It's absolutely fabulous. It's endless what you can create with your own stencils and a little bit of texture paste and some cardboard. Hello, look at that. Fabulous. Love it. And it's beautiful and new. And there you go. You push it on your gel plate. It creates the marks, and it hasn't cost you too much. A little bit of time. Ta-da-ta-da! We'll see how that looks. Let's put that onto this one here. Oh, I just love it. Look at that. What a beautiful texture on there. It's just got those marks and the subtleties of the patterns and the shapes and the colors, and it's just beautiful. Now, also with this one, you've got a fabulous ghost print left there. So I'm going to do that again and build up that ghost print on the plate because it's just going to look fabulous with a few more prints. I'm going to add a layer of the brown black. I still have the bronze on my brayer, and the underneath pattern will come through with the final pull. It just means you can focus on the texture and the quality of the patterns, and you don't have to stress about the colors because you know they're all going to mix together. You can create a build-up on your plate, and when you pull the final print, it'll have this amazing layer of the different patterns. And did I mention it's so much fun? I'm going to put my texture plate on again. Look at that. That is fabulous. And we'll put it on this piece. Oh, look at that. That's just got 2 now layers of that texture plate, and the pattern is just fabulous. Well, there's so much we can do with these fabulous prints. I'm going to add some of this stencil onto this one. This is a PM Artist Studio stencil, and that is fabulous. Look at that. Now I'm going to print it straight away onto this dark background, which is the brown black color, because it'll look really dramatic. Oh yes, look how fun that is. That printed up glorious. Look at the background coming through and the multiple layers of the textures. It creates so much texture when you just keep working on top of your plate. And because these colors are going to work, you don't have to stress out about how it's going to look. I'm just going to do it again because that was really fun. Look how fabulous this is. I'm mixing the bronze with the white because it was still on my roller, and I put the Liquitex bronze on my palette over there. Oh man, yes, I know I'm getting into a bit of a mess here. That's how it goes when you get into a creative frenzy. There are just so many options that you can create with such a limited number of colors of paint. It's just absolutely incredible. Have a look at all these. Yes, I did get carried away because I absolutely love this process and I love the results.
Thanks for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I know I did. Look at all the incredible prints that we've created. They're absolutely beautiful. Now, if you want to Find out more information about my brand new Skillshare class. Have a look in the description under the video. Don't forget there's a link there for the first month free. So I'll leave you with this video because I know it's going to help you with your creative adventures, and I look forward to seeing you again in the studio.